So today I challenged myself to spend only 1,000 pesos for ulam for the week, and I know a lot of moms can relate to this, especially if you've been trying your best to stretch your budget, because we all want to give our family good food without overspending. So come along with us as we go grocery shopping with 1,000 budget in mind, and let's see what we can get today. So hanap tayo ng pinakamura. Ganyan talaga kamamahal na yung mushroom ngayon.
33. 30.
Ano yung isa? Whole mushroom. Ito na lang. Kasi 21 pesos lang.
Ha? Sure ba?
Yeah.
Yung ano na yun. Taihin yung kinukuha mo.
This is
Ito
mushroom.
yung 21, no?
Ay, ano ba to? Nasaan yan?
Yung 20.
Hindi ko nga alam.
Salmon belly. Salmon belly.
Ito na lang. Ano to? Ulo? Ito na lang.
100 pesos.
Which one is it? Ay, karo naman ang pork. I don't like the no, salmon bones or sinigang. Parang feeling ko kailangan ko ng ay, malaki. Maliit lang. Ayan o. This one. Yung sa harap.
Pero ito yung tayo 225. Ito yung 2.2.
Ito yan? So 25 grams. How much is this? So kailangan talaga natin ng mushroom. Walang konti. Kailangan marami. Ay, ito. Chicken? Oo. Ay, dapat beef. Beef, dad. ₱6. So, have you total it? Ano ka na? Na-discourage?
Ito ba mas malata?
20 pesos. Pang ano po eh. Ito 28.50. Ah. Ikaw lang talaga dun. Sabi may tilapia fillet sila oh. Fresh kaya. May nakita ko dito ang pork. So dito ako bibili. Pera mo to. Ay, 142 lang. 0.8. Oh, nakapag-meet pa tayo.
739.
Natulungan mo akong mag-budget. It's hard. Paano pag ganun? Dad, paano nila pinagkakasya? kaya to? Or sayote na lang? What do you think? One...
Magkano ba to?
44.
Magkano kilo?
40. Yung carrot half, 3 na. Ito.
Ano yun? 28.50.
Wait lang, maghanap ako ng mura. Ang hirap naman pala mag-budget, friend. Ito, 24. 26.30. Wait lang, meron ako. Narito na lang. 23 pesos.
Ito,
23. $116 remaining. Oh my god, it's hard. 26. Okay. Plus 20.75. Meron na akong 4 recipes. Ano kaya magandang dilata? What do you think? Doon tayo sa dilata.
mga dilata.
Sardinas?
Mga 20 pesos lang.
20 na ba?
Baka konti lang yun.
Kasi konti lang naman kasi yung baby, yung gag... Oh, ang galing ko magkwenta na lang. That? Saan? Meatloaf.
Maganda yun.
Ito oh. 32 pesos.
Ay, liver spread.
Ito oh, 32 pesos. Kaso parang ayoko siyang lagyan ng ganito because it's not gonna be
Dalawa na lang.
na ganito. Kaso dilata siya, good.
Okay na yan. Kahit wala na tayo makita 50 pesos.
Ang hirap pala talaga mag-budget, guys. Why is it so difficult? So now we're finally home and it's time to start cooking, and let's see how many dishes we can make out of everything we bought. We only have 2 kinds of meat today, chicken and a few slices of pork, so we'll see how we can make the most out of this for our meals this week. First, I'm frying the carrots, potatoes, and bell pepper, and we'll start with the chicken. I'll just cook a few slices for now. Once that's done, I'll set the veggies aside. Now it's time to saute some garlic and onion to make our chicken more flavorful. After sauteing the garlic and onion, I'll just put in the chicken and let it simmer for a few minutes. Next, I season it with salt and pepper, give it a good mix, and cover it with a lid so it can cook nicely and soak up all the flavors. Let it simmer a bit longer, then I added the tomato paste to make it richer and tastier. I just mix everything together and added a little soy sauce for that extra flavor. Now I'll add the vegetables back in and give it all a good mix so the flavors come together nicely. Then I pour in a little water to make sure everything's cooked properly. I just let it simmer for a few more minutes and we're done. Now it's ready to set it aside, transfer it into a container, and have it ready to serve or store. Now that we're done with the first dish, we still have more to go. Let's keep cooking. For our next dish, I'm making my favorite. We're cooking pancit today, guys, and I'm so excited for this this one. It could have been better if we had enough budget for liempo, but we don't, so I just bought a few slices of pork from the Korean barbecue section earlier, using that as the meat for our pancit. I just sauteed the garlic and onion, then I put in the meat and mix it well. Next, I added carrots and the bell pepper. Just mix them all together, then I add some oyster sauce for extra flavor. I didn't buy the oyster sauce earlier today because we still have some here at home. Now I'll just set it aside for a bit to keep the vegetables from overcooking. Next, it's time to pour in the boiled water. Then I added soy sauce and pepper, and after that, I put in the pancit noodles. I probably need a bigger pan for this, but it's okay. Let's just give it a few more minutes and it should be fine. Now it's time to put the vegetables back in and just mix everything together. We're nearly done. I just add some cabbage to it. Really helps stretch the pancit and it makes it more filling. I also added a little more soy sauce and oyster sauce for extra flavor, and I just mix everything together and we're done. And who would have thought that with just 1,000 pesos, we also have pancit today? It feels like a little celebration. Here in the Philippines, we usually celebrate birthdays or special occasions with pancit. So having pancit feels special because here we celebrate birthdays or occasions with it. Now we have 2 dishes done and we're ready to cook for 1 more. So next we're cooking my kids' favorite beef burger steak. But since we cannot afford to buy any fresh beef this time because of our budget, I'm just using the CDO burger patties today instead. So in a pan, I just add some oil and put in the patties. Then I cook them on both sides until they're nicely brown. These patties aren't the healthiest, but we're adding mushrooms today to make them a bit more nutritious. And they're still really tasty. So once they're done, I just set them aside and then I saute garlic and onion in the same pan. I'll be using butter for this dish, but I didn't buy any. I'm just using what we already have at home. After sauteing garlic and onion, I just add in the mushroom. Then I add in the butter and put the patties back in as well. Now it's time to make the gravy. For my mixture, I just add water, half of the beef cube we still have from earlier, some black pepper, oyster sauce, soy sauce, and cornstarch too to help thicken it. And that's it. My kids' favorite ulam is done. I'll just set it aside for now and we're ready for another dish. And now it's time to cook our vegetables. So I just saute some garlic and onion, added in the remaining slices of meat we had earlier. Then I put in the sliced squash or pumpkin and a little bit of water. Also added some string beans, then covered it with a lid and let it cook for a couple of minutes. I also seasoned it with a bit of oyster sauce and a little soy sauce and we're done. This one's the easiest to cook so far and it only takes a few minutes. So we have our 4th budget-friendly dish done and ready for the... Now we're cooking another vegetable dish, but this time we're mixing it with chicken. I just cut the chicken into smaller pieces, and this dish is really best when it's a bit spicy, but I'm skipping the spice because we have kids at home. For this dish, I just saute everything and just use 1 sayote. I actually wanted to use papaya, but it's a bit expensive right now. And sayote is a great budget-friendly alternative, and of course we're adding coconut milk to this dish. It's so flavorful, especially with a bit of oyster sauce and pepper. Now it's time to cook another budget-friendly ulam. I just took the Argentina meatloaf. I just cut it into cubes and put it in a pan with a bit of oil. Then I mix in 1 scrambled egg that we have in the fridge, and it should be done in less than 5 minutes. This is an easy-to-grab kind of ulam. You can even put it in bread or make sandwiches for a quick snack. Now that it's done, it's time to cook our favorite, which is adobo. I saute the garlic and onion in some oil, then add the chicken and mix it well. For that, I season it with pepper and paprika for extra flavor. For this dish, I'll be adding 4 boiled eggs. I already boiled some earlier and I still have 4 left in the fridge, so I'm using them here. Adding eggs to adobo really helps stretch the dish and make it more filling too. So if you're cooking adobo on a budget, try adding boiled eggs. It definitely helps. So this is our last dish for the day using the remaining chicken meat we had earlier. Imagine with just 1,000 pesos, I was able to get and cook 7 dishes that will feed our family for the week. Earlier at the grocery store, it was really a bit challenging. It's tough to stretch a small amount to feed the whole family for several days, but I think this worked out well. So to all the moms out there, I know cooking at home takes time and energy, but look at what we can do with just 1,000 pesos. I hope this inspires you to cook more at home with a little planning. Even a small budget can feed our family well. Takeout won't stretch like this, but our effort and love will. Let's keep cooking, saving, and sharing ideas. Thanks for being here. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!